In 1996, Sony Computer Entertainment would release PaRappa the Rapper, a rhythm-rapping video game that ended up becoming a commercial success. 3 years later, a spin-off known as Jammer Lammy was released, and focused on a guitar rhythm. In preparation for the game's sequel in 2001, an anime adaptation was created, serving as a prequel for the first game. It aired on Fuji TV from April 14, 2001 to January 11, 2002 for 30 episodes. Although it did not fare well at the time, it's gained a cult following and is loved by fans today. The anime almost became lost twice from what I've heard, and this account has all 30 episodes available. I've never played PaRappa the Rapper and knew little about it before making this video, so this is gonna be fun. Here is every episode of the PaRappa anime reviewed. I won't do a ranking since most episodes are good, and in my opinion will probably be interchangeable for most of them, but either way I hope you enjoy. Great start to the series, to be honest. We see PaRappa's life and his daily struggles right from the get-go. The short rivalry between Katie and Paula was really funny, and what's also funny is how the girls leave PaRappa to suffer as he chases Gaster throughout the city. I also think PJ is hilarious. He's just bored for most of the episode and looks like he hates life. All in all, great introduction. Only 2 episodes in, and this show just has me in awe of how heartwarming it is. The gang learn to respect their elders when they go to a decommissioned theater and meet their floral shop owner/dancer Dorothy. With the theater about to be demolished, they try to make things up by having her dance one more time. And our dance partner Paul suddenly returns for this final performance. And it's so cute, like genuinely. You know shit's real when Gaster, the villain, likes the performance and demands the demolitions to keep the theater up. And it's funny how the workers are just like, let's get this weirdo out of here. Honestly, I watched the first 2 episodes on the same night and I was blown away by how good this anime already is. Holy crap, this episode is crazy. I love Sensei. He's easily one of the best characters in this show and maybe one of the best teachers in media. It's funny how he starts out as some shy and paranoid teacher who was less responsible than his students, but when buckets are put on his feet, it's legitimately like that scene in Toy Story 3 when Buzz is reset to demo mode. His lash out is hilarious, and I did not expect PaRappa to get sent to the moon and back. Watch him and Sensei experience a concussion and both end up in the freaking hospital. But this was all because it was Sensei's wife's anniversary, and it's so cute how it ends. I was originally gonna bog it down by half a point due to YouTube copyright meaning some of the scenes, but I felt like that was completely unfair. Paula crushes DJ at a nightclub, who the gang quickly learned that it was PJ, but denies it until Paula tries to finally go out on a date with him. As a side note, PJ is my favorite character. I love how he's mostly sleepy and just bored no matter what happens. He's not aggressive about anything and it's funny as hell. But this was a really cute episode. Despite the weird and uncomforting title, this was a weird episode on its own right. A fishing trip leading to the gang time traveling? It's honestly hard to follow and the episode doesn't even close out with love together. Not exactly an enjoyable episode in my opinion. PaRappa believes it's his ultra lucky day, keyword believes, and goes to a sushi shop. Gaster has a new partner in crime, the bank safe gets exploded, and PaRappa and co have to impress the furious customers. PaRappa doing karate was the highlight, of course. All in all, a solid episode. PaRappa and co help a fireman and a bunny get married, and it's all around an average good adventure. I do like the scene where PaRappa has to pilot a helicopter. The boys try to secretly build a rocket ship, but Sunny finds out, and although promises not to tell anyone, she snitches anyway, and it spreads like wildfire. With the teacher on her tail, PaRappa thinks about the gang traveling to Musicland and enter a psychedelic planet for all I know. It's certainly a treat, and they have to dance to Love Together like it's the freaking Jellyfish Jam. After fooling the teacher, they finish the rocket ship, and PaRappa attempts to go to the moon, all by himself, with Sunny worrying as ever. But somehow, the teacher's fat ass grabs into the rocket like that scene is with me when Bender tried grabbing Crew's rocket. She damages it and has to pray that he survives the fall, but he ejects himself from the rocket, and lucky for him, the chair he ejected himself from has a parachute, all while the teacher on the rocket crashes into the base, with the teacher fears and chasing him for the rest of this episode. What a jerk. PaRappa dreams of winning couples night with Sunny. He asks Sunny out, but he learns that someone else invited her, and now he's trying to solve all this and figure out who invited her. A pink bear claims PaRappa invited her, and distracts him from inviting Sunny, and it turns out that PJ invited Sunny all along. PaRappa is forced to go with this pink bear as a result. At the dance, PaRappa is having less fun knowing that Sunny should have been with him, but instead, he's being spun around like an amusement ride. Clearly this bear loves him too much, or does he? It turns out she was nice to him to get PJ to like him. After giving back Sunny's stolen brooch, PaRappa finally asks Sunny one more time, and in a surprising twist of events, they all watch the fireworks, which salvaged the depressing tone of this episode. Baseball player kidnapped and fed bananas. To be honest, I didn't care for this episode much and really paid attention to it, but it's nice that PaRappa got a baseball signed by his favorite player. Now we're 1/3 through the series. This episode confirmed that the characters are well aware of Love Together, the show's theme song. What was this episode about? Oh yeah, Matt is inspired by a dictionary and tries to become a legend, but things go awry for him and the boys. Oh, and they also say, "Gotta believe," in this episode. Sunny gets kidnapped, the gang gets explore a haunted mansion, watch monsters have a monster mash, all with Sunny held hostage. Pretty fun episode. Master Onion is in this episode. Paula learns the Kilimanjaro chop and uses it to chop oranges to make marmalade. I guess that's neat. Paula and Matt go head to head in a school election. The election gets heated, kinda like real ones. In a shocking twist of events, PJ wins the election and is elected school president. And for a moment we see the whole world obsessed over PJ. Pretty wild. But his presidency is rejected and we never see who wins. We're officially halfway through the series, can you believe it? Anyways, our pal Boxy Boo is back. PaRappa has the astronomical urge to go to the bathroom, but has to leave Boxy behind as an electronic. Hoping that absolutely nothing goes wrong, he leaves him behind after yelling at the top of his lungs where Boxy's location is. You see how this is going? A bus shows up to take a picture, but PaRappa comes back to find out that Boxy is in fact missing. He was in fact stolen by our favorite comedy duo, Gaster and Gruber. PaRappa worries about Boxy being held for ransom, and if PaRappa does not give the criminals the money, they will kill Boxy. But PJ and Matt ease his worries and begins a searching hunt. Gaster and Gruber get annoyed with Boxy and try to throw him out of but they were unaware of Boxy's message recorded by PaRappa. And this of course alerts him. Boxy survives a car crash and the two reunite. Truly a great episode. Oh, and by the way, this is the final episode to include Love Together as the opening theme. This episode introduces an entirely new opening and credit sequence. I had to find a standalone upload of the song since the openings on the anime uploads were copyright muted. I like the visuals of this opening more, but Love Together, in my opinion, is a better song. Anyways, PaRappa accidentally breaks a window in a skateboarding accident and is fined $300 as a result. Him and his friends have to get a pinch of adulthood and find a job, with PaRappa struggling to find a job. Hey, that song from Katie's Job was amazing. This episode honestly shows a lot of teamwork, something I really enjoy. And hey, Love Together is still used as a recurring theme in this show. And in response to PaRappa working his butt off with his friends, the store owner gave him his dream skateboard. Truly amazing. Katie, our self-proclaimed best fashion designer, wants everyone to see her wedding dress, because I guess it looks really cool. And things don't work out well, and the gang go on hilarious and disastrous hunt to save her after being kidnapped. And lo and behold, everyone loves her dress. Sunny tries to raise flowers. Things get crazy, and it's an episode that's pretty good. Also, there are some death threats in this show, and it's freaking wild, I swear. The gang has to deal with a hurricane and then a dance contest. Wonderful. The ventilation making music is certainly a highlight. So Matt wants to celebrate his birthday all while avoiding fame. I kinda lost track in this episode. The gang help a police officer find a missing cat and it all comes full circle. Good episode. A sports episode? How neat. The girls do cheerleading and later track and field. Everyone's just having fun in this episode. By the way, we haven't talked about the new ending theme, also by Kara, Yellow Balloon. The video is cool with the gang going on a road trip, and with this tune in the back, it's a pretty good ending sequence. Prince Flea Swallow appears in this episode, and I am excited. I absolutely love the flea market song from PaRappa the Rapper.
I'm working in the flea market so early. I've been working here since my mama was a baby. Just because the rhythm is slow, that don't mean that you can't flow. In the rain or in the snow,
in the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow,
got the funky flow.
got the funky flow.
Anyways, how does this episode handle his debut? Well, he wants to see his ex, Catherine, again. And they do in fact reference his flea markets. It's revealed that Flea Swallow broke up with Catherine due to her squeezing him so hard that he literally almost suffocated to death, and what he refers to as physical abuse. The gang try to find his ex. With there being some people named Catherine, it's almost impossible. All while this is happening, Flea Swallow is teaching PaRappa how to surf. The two get lost at sea and master a wave. This episode did in fact give some incredible handling of Prince Flea Swallow. Chop Chop's back with the sole impression of becoming an actor. He's support him anyway, and lo and behold, it's success. PJ gets sick and stuck with a disease where he grows larger every time he eats. Not to mention he can't sleep. Yeah, this is a rough spot for the gang. Luckily, they eradicate the gastrovirus and PJ finally gets to sleep again. Katie wants to keep a hockey club alive, so the gang learn to play hockey. But Katie is hyper-fixated on this game, and although they end up losing the game, Bob lets her know that what she did was enough. It's great to hear a schoolgirl again, even if it was for a brief 5 seconds. We're also shown by what PaRappa clearly wants to do as an adult, drink and gamble, shown by his thoughts while dreaming of the car that the hairdresser Octopus owns, and then gets chased into the clouds, where Matt is a taxi driver, Paula is a cook, Katie is a nurse, PJ is a businessman for a DJ company, and Sunny is an elementary teacher. What is this, PaRappa in Wonderland? The Octopus lets him probably use his car anyway, and shortly after finds him in pain due to him being overbooked without any time to take a break. PaRappa then gets super slammed and it's revealed that it was just a dream. So it was a Wonderland? Oh, and all 6 characters say, "We gotta believe!" It's Christmas time, and the only gift PaRappa wants is to dance with Sunny. Gaster and Gruber are sad they have no woman in their life, and even manage to argue like a married couple over who is going to be controlling Santa's sleigh. After the others dance with the alphabet, PaRappa and Sunny finally dance. Just kidding! A witch stole her heart, which kills Sunny physically, unless her heart is returned. After a failed first attempt to get to the World of Darkness, PaRappa has to team up with Gaster and Gruber, and they act as the reindeer, which is pretty funny. There's also a 4th wall break. The witch tells PaRappa why she hates Christmas, and we learn it's because no one invited her to a Christmas party one year, leading her to steal Sunny's heart out of jealousy. And in a rare moment, Gaster and Gruber feel sympathy for someone. After a crazy escape, PaRappa returns with Sunny's heart, and they have the most adorable dance ever. Meanwhile, Gaster and Gruber argue over who gets to invite the witch, but she clones herself so both of them can dance with her. As a Christmas special, this was phenomenal, and I think I have a new favorite episode right here. After 24 episodes, this record has finally been broken. Now we are on to the finale, and since they both air together as an hour-long special, I'm gonna group them together, so here we go. King Kong Mushy tries to hire PJ for his record label, but it's predicted that his debut will be cancelled, but PJ could care less. Unfortunately, there's no turning back, as the contract he signed prevents him from quitting unless he's fired. Well, he's fired anyway. On to episode 30. Well, this is the grand spanking finale, an anime that failed at launch but became a cult classic in the years followed. Some birds hatch inside PaRappa's hat, and the gang had to take care of them, but his hat becomes the talk of the town, with everyone wanting his hat, and at a dance, PaRappa in fact raps, and it's the intro song from PaRappa the Rapper too. His hat is of course now a trend, and the birds steal his hat. This was an amazing finale, and it makes me a bit sad this is all over. The PaRappa anime is a hidden gem. It is a prequel to an abandoned game series, it is an amazing treat to fans, and to me, it's pretty good. Its weakest episode was only a 6.5, which just shows how incredible this show was. A 9.5 out of 10 for me. Absolutely. I hope you enjoyed this review. This video has been a month in the making, and I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of you for watching. Have a good day.